Teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it, and that's exactly what they did.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, pick your game up. Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Brooks. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. Able to slither by. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Keeps himself upright. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I know I'm supposed to do the analysis here, but I've got to ask, how did he stay alive that long in the pocket?
Yeah, great footwork, which we know he has. If he would have been able to stay alive, get rid of the ball, or run for some yardage, he would have had a very unhappy defensive coordinator, I believe.
No doubt about that.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Brandon, their last miss on 3rd down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a 4th down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball around.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go, D.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we've just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
They're able to hold them to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So they've converted their first 2 fourth-down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that third one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Murray now on first down. Gets this one to Morris. Morris fighting. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Shreds the tackle. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way gun. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Ready, set.
They'll come out in the pistol. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Brooks. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. He's going to field this at the 4. Broken tackle. Oh, good move. So a change of possession here on the punt. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in the bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Now the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, fellas.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. A strong running. Dances by him. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. They tried to throw on 2nd down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll drop the throw. He's going to fire one. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned is
pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go for the... And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this... Big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray over the middle, complete. That's Brooks. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On play action, it's Murray. He'll bite. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right.
And this will be caught at the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Brandon, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
On first down, it's Brooks. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
You got it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Brooks. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Murray found his target. It's Anderson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing on first down is Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Murray now to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. To throw is Murray. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Murray again, 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Murray with a 3rd and long. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it.
It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And that is caught. Oh, what a catch at the 5-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. That's complete right around the 8. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. 2nd and 10. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Murray now. Murray fighting. Lost the football. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. It's picked up by the Cowboys. He's at the 30. 10. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Jags. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 16. Oh, spinning away. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now here come the Cowboys. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll look to throw. He's going to... And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing now is Murray. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. A big offensive...